Yes, 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 yes. Happy New Month, you guys out there. This your main man. Come on, let's go. I tell you, thank God it's Friday, man. I welcome everybody into the show. We call it What's Your Opinion Show. It is what it is. That's why they call me Don. The Don of Sport Entertainment. No mess around. I tell you, we're in the building right now. It's gonna be massive today. Bring it down. I tell you, it's gonna be massive. I welcome everybody into the show. This is your main man, the Don is here. Big up to all our friends, all our subscribers, wherever you are in the world right now. Thank God it's Friday. It's a beautiful month gonna be. I'm talking about July. July, it is what it is. Yeah, let's get straight into this. With that being said, it's gonna be a massive show. Cup for Life is getting ready. Professor Tuka in the building, and I swear that it's gonna be Okwe also in the building, all the way from Lagos. Right here, I'm in Maryland, United States. The topic says who can break into the EPL top 4. Oh my goodness, Arsenal signing player. Manchester United just signed a new player as well. We are not lacking behind. July 1st, beauty. I tell you, we're going to sign 10 players this season, Manchester United. I mean, 10 players. Just watch out. All right. Who can break into the EPL top 4? Let me bring in my fantastic co-host in the building. All right, let's do this, guys. It's good to see you guys. It's been a fantastic week. So far, today's Friday. Okwe's in the building. We're going to do this straight up. Cup for Life, what's going on, bro?
Hey, good to see you. Pleasure to be on the show. Greetings from Houston, Texas. Let's do this. Let's have an interesting show today, and I have a lot of interesting facts for you. Let's do this.
All right, let's do this. That's what Cup for Life is saying. Let me bring in Professor Tuchel. What's he doing? Is he angry with Chelsea not signing a player yet? Let's bring him in. What's going on, Professor Tuchel? Any signing yet for Chelsea?
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
good to
welcome,
be here.
bro.
Good to be in the show. Good to be in the show this evening. Greetings from Nigeria. It's been raining here pretty much all day.
Wow.
Weather is very cool. Chelsea. Well, we're in the fringes of a lot of signings. We're there. There's a lot of talks about different players that we're going to sign. Hopefully, we can pull one over the line this coming week. So yeah, fingers crossed.
All right, fantastic. Now let's turn to Okwe, the Arsenal fan himself. He's happy. He can eat, he can sleep, don't mess around. He's ready. Let me bring him in straight up. Okwe, what's going on?
Don.
Yay!
It's a pleasure. It's good to be here. Big shout out
All
to
right.
Cup for Life and Professor Tuku. I hope you guys are
Yeah,
good. Shout out
thank
to
you,
everyone joining the show right now. Hailing from Lagos, Nigeria. Just like Prof said, in fact, this week it's been raining non-stop. It's like we're going to have it's like we're having 7 days consecutive rain. All the scenes of Lagosians are being washed away currently. So,
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this once again. I have also in the building Kunle all the way from Oshodi himself. He has been complaining, raining. Kunle, what is going on? Manchester United have just signed this fantastic player. All Liverpool fans are jealous, and Chelsea are all jealous that we are signing our first player. Tell them, Kunle, tell them. United.
Good evening, guys. Yes, and wow, like Okwe and Professor Tuchel have said, it's been raining in Lagos, and it's kind of affected my connectivity, which has been very frustrating. But thank God the skies have been clear today, and I've seen better connection today. So, and well, the clearer skies also coincided with Manchester United announcing their first signing, which is Tyree Sorry, what's
Malaysia.
Malasia?
Yeah.
Is it Tyrell? Yeah, Tyrell Malasia. Yeah,
Are we
yeah.
about to hijack this guy?
Frankie De Jong.
No.
Lisandro
What are you?
Martinez.
Yeah, Martinez.
Who-
We're about to hijack
From Ajax, right? Is it not the
from Ajax. Yeah.
Okay, Lisandro Martinez. Yeah, though I'm a bit concerned though. It seems like Eric Ten Hag wants to go after players with Eredivisie connection, not necessarily Dutch now, but Lisandro Martinez is someone with a connection in Ajax, and I just have a bit of a problem that if you are bringing players all from, because the Dutch league is kind of different from the Premier League, and I know the likes of Louis van Gaal have bought players from the Netherlands, where he bought Danny Blind. Okay, I think Blind even did try, but I remembered Alex Ferguson brought one Alexander Botner. The guy turned out to be not the player he was. So I'm sorry, but I have a problem when you are just signing players from yeah, especially that Dutch league. I would prefer if you even bring players from Portugal. I mean, you look at a club like Liverpool now, and they've brought in players
don't talk about Liverpool
with players
because this guy will be thinking, Club for Life will be thinking that,
I understand. No, wait, I know, but but I actually prefer the Portuguese league because I think the Portuguese league is more. I rate the Portuguese ahead of the Dutch league in terms of physicality, in terms of technicality, in terms of adaptation. And you can see Portuguese players actually tend. I mean, look at all those players Wolves were buying; they were adapting straight away. But let's hope that these guys that are coming in the guys who are coming in from Holland to Manchester United will do well. That's my hope. But I just hope there isn't just too much reliance on Eredivisie players. That's just my hope. Let's go around and get some good players.
All right, Kunle, thank you so much. Let's go straight into this.
Yes,
having
boss.
connection with Okpa is going out, it's coming in. But then, please, if you are watching this, wherever you're watching it, for smash the like on the video. Let's do this. I'm going to go straight to the point right now. The topic says, Cup for Life. Can you tell us the topic for today? Let's go into this straight up. The topic says, who can break into the EPL top four?
Your top four. I think it's an interesting question. Every season, you know, teams break into it, and some lose their positions in the top four. I mean, I remember back in the 90s, Manchester United and Arsenal were guaranteed in the top four in the mid to late 90s, all the way till maybe 2002, 2003. And now we're talking about who can break into the top four, and those two are part of that conversation. Whereas now, you are now talking about Spurs. Spurs were yo-yoing in and out of the top four before, and now they've broken to the top four. And, we can go into some of the conversations around who will break in, because for somebody to be able to get into the top four, somebody has to come out of the top four. And there are four teams right now in the top four that are solid teams. So it begs the question, who is going to come out of the top four? Who has done enough to challenge those top four? What has their transfer business looked like? Who has done enough in the business to maintain their top four status? And who has done enough to challenge the teams in the top four status? So there's a lot to talk about.
All right. Thank you so much, Cup for Life. Before I bring this Arsenal fan inside this show right now, everybody watching this, wherever you're watching it from, smash it like on the video. I'm bringing him. He is all the way from, is it Hybrid? Can I say Hybrid? No, it's not from Hybrid. It's in Lagos. He is Paparazzi. Let's go. He is Anthony of Arsenal. He's happy. They are signing. They are happy. They have their number 9. Gabriel Jesus is in the building. Now he is. What's going on, bro? I can't hear you. Can you check? Unmuted? I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you right now. I can't hear you.
You know,
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you now.
yeah. Big up to everyone on the show. Good evening, everybody from Nigeria, Lagos. It's nice to be here. The last time we were on the show, I think the last time I was on the episode, we were discussing something similar to this. So it's kind of like, seeing it the other way around. But it's good. Big up Cup for Life. Big up Kunle. How you doing? Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you.
I'm good, boss. Nice to see you again.
Yes. And my nemesis on the show, Professor Tuko. Respect, man. How you doing?
Good to
All
have
right.
you here, bro.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this once again. Cup for Life, I've opened the floor, so I'm going straight to Aiz. Aiz, we are talking about top four now. I'm talking about English Premier League. Season's about to start. Everybody's, coming up with new signings. Everywhere is bubbling. I think Arsenal are even happy. They have their fantastic number 9, which for me, I don't care as a Man U fan.
if you didn't care, you won't be saying it too.
Okay. So, all right. Aiz, top 4. It's very important in EPL. Champions League. Every player wants to play Champions League. Can we imagine Arsenal is not in Champions League? Man United is not making the Champions League. We are now turning to Europa. Tottenham, just like that, enter into top 4. I think next season is going to be massive. And we are already, as a crew, we are going to go all out to do this. Talking about updates and fantastic show coming up. Now, I want to come to you now. Who do you think is going to be, top class, top 4? Go for it.
Yeah, man. If I'm to give the exact teams that will be in the top 4, that means I should predict who's going to be the next president of Nigeria. But that's by the way, because it's really a hard task, really, to say who is going to the top 4. But like I always say, football is a game of biscuit. It can crack from anywhere. And you mentioned earlier, if I'm to corroborate what you said, that every team is building. We can see this transfer window. I've never seen transfer window this crazy for the past 5 years. As at June, everybody has been signed, or every team has signed one player or the other, except for Manchester United, who've been chasing De Jong, and also Chelsea, who bought Lukaku 100 million and have to let go of him for stipends. But that's by the way. So it is going to be very, very difficult to predict who the top 4 is, but you cannot take away the performance of last season. We know the regular guys in there, Manchester United, Liverpool. These are the 2 teams that everybody is trying to defeat. You mean, not Manchester United. Sorry, Manchester City. Thank you for me there. Manchester City and Liverpool, because they've set the standard. This past 3-4 season, you could see the competition between these 2 teams. In the past 3 seasons, last season, Manchester City, why am I calling United?
We love you!
Manchester City won the league 1 point above Liverpool. I think that happened 2 seasons as well, 3 seasons ago. And we saw 2 seasons ago, Liverpool winning the EPL as well. So it has been between these 2 teams. Luckily, last season for Tottenham, like I always say, in my opinion, though, it was Arsenal that gave them on the platter that 4th position. Because if Arsenal has done what they needed to do, Tottenham won't be in the discussion right now. But with all due respect to them, they are in there, so you have to give credit to where credit is due. They are in the Champions League. They made the Champions League last season. But this season is going to be crazy. It's going to be tough. Like I said, I pick Manchester City and Liverpool. They are the regular guys. So the other remaining two positions will be slotted out between or among Arsenal, United, Tottenham, Chelsea. That's if Chelsea can do what they need to do on time, because right now it seems they are self-imploding. We saw Petr Cech leaving. We're seeing big names leaving, and the new owner, I don't want to murder his name, but everybody know who I'm talking about, has got his work cut out, because he has stepped into the shoes that Ibrahimovic occupied before, and it's a very, very big shoe. So it is now left. The question is left for us to see, or is left for him to prove to the Chelsea fan that he is going to take what Ibrahimovic has done for Chelsea, he will take it to the next level? That's another question. So it is going to be difficult among these teams I've mentioned to take the remaining 2 spots. So the argument is now, who is going to take the 2 spots? I cannot say, but I've tipped Manchester City and Liverpool, because those guys are on another level. But Liverpool, I see something about Liverpool, because this happened 2 seasons ago, where without Van Dijk, the season was really, really shitty. So Liverpool will be hoping and praying that none of their top players gets injured, especially Van Dijk, because the style of play of Liverpool is when they play from the back, Van Dijk throwing the diagonal, left, right, center. So it is key to Liverpool's success next season. And letting Mane go is another critical factor, because Liverpool, they've been used to the front 3 in Salah, Mane, and Firmino, but now Diego Jota and Luis Diaz. So it is going to be critical for Jurgen Klopp to find that balance in there, bringing in that new guy, Nunes. Like I mentioned, Nunes, yes, he's a prospect, but we've seen what he has done while he was in Portugal. But, like they say, EPL is a different kettle of fish. Will he be able to replicate what he has done in Portugal and replicate that in the EPL? I'm not going to say anything about him, because he has not played any first game for Liverpool in the EPL. So that is another key. That's another point we need to nip to the board, or just asterisk on the board. We'll watch out to see Nunes' performance and how Jurgen Klopp balanced the front line. Mane is out, and we see Liverpool giving Salah an improved contract. Meanwhile, this is what Mane has begged for. So he's now left for us to see that there is a bit of favoritism on the side of Salah as compared to Mane. Because when he won the Nations Cup, Liverpool didn't celebrate him. But when Mane lost the final, Liverpool were all, on the side of Salah, begging him, pleading, and all, doing all that. But like I said, Man City, Liverpool, top 2. The remaining 2 spots between the teams I've mentioned. So let me allow others to talk.
All right, thank you so much. That's a ease for you. All right. No doubt about it. I'm going to go on to Kunle right now to tell us what's your own opinion. That's the show, Kunle. What's your opinion about this? Who's going to make the top 4? Please remember to mention Manchester United, please.
Well, okay. If I'm to make my own prediction, let me put it that way, about who is going to make the top 4. Sorry to disappoint you, the Don, but my first pick for Emma Benusa, yes, sir. My first pick for the top 4 is going to be Tottenham Hotspur.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds
well, it shouldn't be, actually, but the thing is this: with the kind of manager they have, he's this kind of person who is big on winning. He's someone who is like a Jose Mourinho. People always give some similarities between the two, and if there is anything about them, they want to win. Like, winning is at the heart of what they want to do. When they now win, maybe that is when their teams can now collapse and all. But until they win, they will keep going for that objective. Now, for Tottenham, the objective for them, now, Tottenham is not like any club Conte has managed previously, right? So in this case, the minimum for Conte would be winning the top 4. And we all saw how that thing happened. Till today, that thing is still a freaking mystery to me. How the hell did Tottenham from nowhere make the top 4 last season? Like, at a point, I was even like Arsenal, but that is why I am still so upset with Arsenal. Arsenal had that top 4 on a platter, and they blew it all up. That thing was so disappointing. But to see, and why I say it was so disappointing was because Tottenham at some point did have their own share of disappointing results. So I just felt like, oh, Arsenal have gotten steam. I mean, okay, yes, I know that, yes, maybe there were some certain factors like, okay, some players in Arsenal did have injuries. Okay, they lost to Aubameyang and all. But, we're like, okay, they were able to weather the storm, yeah? And they kept going. But when it now mattered most against Tottenham in that most important game, that was when they decided to get a red card and all of that, and everything imploded. Now, Conte has a full season ahead of him. He's got players that I believe are of his spec in terms of people like Ivan Perisic, who he has worked with and he has won the Serie A with. So I feel Tottenham is better positioned than Manchester United, where Eric Ten Hag will still probably be trying to sort out his team, how to play this player and all of that. And I feel the same thing is also going to be with Arsenal, because let's not forget that some of the players that Arsenal have gotten so far are prospects. They are not, they are prospects. They are not players who have wealth of experience. Only Gabriel Jesus is the experienced one out of them. But there are still question marks that can he really lead such a team, knowing that in Manchester City he was blessed with talented players from Sergio Aguero to Riyad Mahrez to Sterling to De Bruyne. He's not going to have that kind of crop of players. Yes, okay, fine, he might have a Saka and all, but what happens when maybe one of them get injured or something? Because Arsenal seem to always have this problem with their key players always getting injured, and I hope such wouldn't even befall on Jesus this time around. So I still feel that Arteta, okay, there's still some fixing that needs to be done in Arsenal as well. But Tottenham just seemed prime because they finished in a very good position last season. I mean, this guy was the top goal scorer, and I believe he will continue join top goal scorer. That's Heung-min Son, and I believe he will continue. So I think Conte, it's going to be a continuation of where they finished from. So it will give them that advantage. While for Manchester United and Arsenal, they will still be trying to, gather the pieces from the rebuilding and structure that they are trying to do and all. So Tottenham is my top pick to make fourth place. Sorry.
Oh my goodness. All right. You're looking for trouble. All right. You'll see what I'm going to do for you, Kunle. We'll see later. Don't worry. I'm coming to you.
Boss, nothing do me. I did here. Nothing.
Are you suggesting that the top four remains the same? Is that what you are saying?
Yes, sadly, yes. As much as I admit, sadly, that's how I see it. I don't know why. If there was something, at least if there was probably something that I saw somewhere.
But I can't believe this.
Yeah, no. I mean, what Tottenham did was it wasn't fluke. Like, I am actually disappointed because the truth be told, when it was even in Arsenal's, I was even like, come on, that Arsenal deserve this. Like, they've been out of Champions League since, like, was it 2016 or
very long, so very long time.
Yeah, so that's like 5 years. So I was rooting for Arsenal. Like, I was really, since I knew it was over for Manchester United. But Arsenal now blew it all up. And I'm beginning to think that if this is how Arsenal is doing, then, and for a Tottenham who at one point were not even in the equation, now got it. I'm sorry, I think that says a lot, because it just goes to show you how committed they are compared to the likes of Manchester United, where we're still trying to get our feet, leaks are still coming out. There's always so much attention on Manchester United, and I feel it is one of the greatest undoings of the club, because the more there is attention on the club, the more the club, disappoints. Kind of the same thing too for Arsenal, because there are always high expectations, but at the end of the day, they don't get it, and then Arsenal becomes a sign of mockery, and I think that kind of a thing also gets into them as well. But nothing like that with Tottenham. How many people who focuses on Tottenham Hotspur? Nobody does. So it gives them the opportunity to thrive and get the results that they unexpectedly get at the end of the day. That's why I think I will Tottenham to finish ahead.
Sorry, let me just chip in here. Kunle, with all due respect, I'm not taking anything away from your analysis. Your analysis was on point, was apt. But there's something I would like to break down, because I know we've had this discussion before. Because, whenever an Arsenal fan hears Tottenham, it doesn't go down well with the Arsenal fan.
I know.
But it is what it is. So when you look at the table for last season, after 38 games, Arsenal won 22, Tottenham won 22 games. Tottenham drew 5, Arsenal drew 3. Tottenham lost 11, Arsenal lost 13. So you could see there's a kind of like a balance in between these two teams. But where was critical for Arsenal was the depth, which we all said last season. When it was in January, Arsenal decided not to beef up the squad for whatever reason. That decision is left between Arteta and Edu. And we saw how Arsenal started the season. It was shambolic. But for Arsenal to have come to that extent of even at the time looking at sneaking the third position from Chelsea, you cannot just take that away. That's why you see these white guys. I'm not being racist here, but I hope that didn't sound racist. You see what they do when it comes to stats. Me, I'm a stats guy. I love to look at stats because stats is what gives you the impression of how a team fared. Tottenham had a good start last season. They had a good start. Remember, they won Manchester City in their first game. They won their first 3 games. They were 9 points at the time. They were even first in the league. But all of a sudden, things went south. But credit needs to be given to Arsenal, despite the shambolic start, despite the team squad, and they were able to compete with a serial winner in Conte and finishing 1 point behind Conte. And like I said, Arsenal were the reason Tottenham made top 4th position. It wasn't as if Tottenham were brilliant. It wasn't as if they were spectacular. It wasn't as if Tottenham went and bulldozed any team. They went. The only thing you could give or you could say about Tottenham was that draw against Liverpool at Anfield and winning Manchester City away last season. What else? What else can you lay hold on and say Tottenham were this fantastic last season? So,
all right,
with the addition Arsenal is bringing, I feel it's not going to be that easy for Tottenham. It is not going to be that easy.
All right.
I hope not. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah. I feel you. Nice one.
All right. I'm going straight to Professor Tuchel. Is a Chelsea fan.
He does not need to be here now. He doesn't need to be here. He knows top 4 is guaranteed now. He knows top 4 is guaranteed. He doesn't need to be here.
Go for it, Prof. Yeah, waiting. People want to hear you.
Yeah, thank you very much. If we're talking about breaking into the top 4 or maintaining the status quo for those teams that are already there, I think we have to look at some important factors. First, we have to look at the managers involved. Who are the managers of these teams that are trying to break in or maintain the top 4 status? We also have to look at the pedigree of the teams as well. As a team, we know the teams who usually more than often finish in the top 4. We know those who are always in and out, and we know those who fight for top 4 as the trophy. That's their trophy, season in, season out. So there's a pedigree. Each team has a pedigree, pretty much in the last 10, 20 years. We also have to look at the transfers. Which players are going out, which players are coming in. If I'm going to speak about, we're guaranteed Man City, Liverpool are guaranteed top 4 teams already. And Kunle was right about Spurs. For me, even though I'm not going to, I feel like it's a little bit premature to speak about who's going to break in, seeing that Arsenal has barely done any business. They signed 2 players. I think they're still going to sign more. Spurs here, they've done a lot of business, but United and Chelsea have not done any business yet. So it's a little bit premature. But if I'm going to go now with what's happened, I feel like Tottenham will not just finish in the top 4, but they will challenge for the title. And I'm going very early. I think Antonio Conte, as Kunle said, is a ruthless manager. He's a methodological manager. He's a manager that treats world-class players as if they are still learning the trade. It tells you to go, to stop, do this. It was Chelsea's. It coached Chelsea, and I was in love with him at first. First sight, as soon as he handled my team. So I see Tottenham actually pushing for the title. So for me, they are guaranteed top 4 team already. If the season started today, I probably will not even put Chelsea in the top 4 because we don't have centre backs. We've not done any business. That's why I said there's a lot of things to consider. So I cannot say too much about who's going to finish in the last 2, but so far so good with the business that's been done. United has not done business. Chelsea hasn't done business. If the season starts today, probably I'll put Spurs as 3rd, and then maybe Arsenal to finish 4th, because I don't know what kind of business. But I know that Chelsea are going to do business. So I don't want to speak prematurely. And there's been talks about Todd Bowley going in very, very hard. So I read about he wanting to make a marquee signing in Neymar. So he's going to sign. There's no doubt about it. Chelsea will bring in huge players. And I know that Chelsea will finish in the top 4. But so far, so good. Right now, if the season started now, obviously they can't make it because they don't even have centre backs. But I know they will sign, and they're definitely going to make it. So, if you're asking me this question, maybe by August, I probably will see Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Spurs finishing in the top 4. In no particular order, by the way, finishing in the top 4. Because it's difficult. I feel like it would be a little bit difficult for us now to combine their Europa League. I mean, they had a free shot at it last season, but they couldn't do it because for whatever reason they couldn't do it. But they didn't have European games, and yet they couldn't. So it's going to be difficult for them to play Thursday and Sunday football now. So it's be difficult for me to be difficult for us now to break in. Spurs, with the great manager, they've added lots of quality to their side already. They've got strength in depth. They've got professionals. They have the best striker in the league. 2 of the best strikers in the league, by the way. So I can't. I'm seeing Tottenham just being the surprise team next season. That's pretty much my take. Thank you.
All right. That's good. That's a good one. And please,
Breaking news: Neymar extended the deal. PSG has extended Neymar's deal to 2027.
Voila. Chelsea. I just want to correct you, Professor Tuchel. Manchester United have just signed a player. We are not the same mate anymore.
They don't. The player you people signed is relatively unknown. That player is not going to get you people anywhere. So you need to go for more players.
All right, thank you so much, Professor Tuchel. I'm coming straight now to Cup for Life. As Kule have said, you shouldn't be in this argument. We're going to be among the 1, 2, 3. I mean, I can't even say 3. Let me say 1, 2. Your club is going to be there. So, well, what do you think next season? What do you think? Top 4? Because after you're finished, I'm now going to come and ask everybody one particular question. And that question is going to be, list the team that you think is going to make it to top 4. And I'm going to clip the question. I mean, your answer. I'm going to clip it, paste it on our website, paste it in every page. This person said this. So that at the end of it all, if you're wrong, we'll come and see your answer. Please go for it. Cup for Life. Let's do this.
Oh my God. Well, so firstly, I want to acknowledge all the co-hosts on the show. I think you're all amazing, and you've all given us incredible insight into whether or not your thoughts and your opinions that everybody's on point. Everyone has actually had a lot of really tangible things to add to this conversation. For me, I think there are 9 teams that are looking at the top 4. At the start of this season, there will be 9 teams. Of those 9 teams, there are, I would say, 7 that are outsiders and 2 that everybody has rightfully identified that, in my opinion, are pretty much a guarantee for the top 4. Manchester City have added Haaland, and Calvin Phillips is about to go through a medical if he hasn't already had his medical. And I think that when you put that into the equation, I think those 2 additions to an already strong Manchester City side I do not see how they do not make the top two. Even if they don't make the top two, they will guarantee be in the top four. So for me, they're a guaranteed pick for the top four. When I think about Liverpool, a lot's been said about Sadio Mane and his departure and all of that. But let's also be clear that Sadio Mane contributed about 15 goals last season in the Premier League. With the acquisition of Darwin Núñez, then you throw in more regular footballing for Diogo Jota, and then you think about the impact that Luis Diaz would make after a full preseason under his belt. I think that those goals Liverpool will recoup those goals very easily. I think, and also, to me, I think that if you had to pick between Salah and Mane, I think clearly you had to give only one of them 350k to keep the wage structure and to make sure that everybody's happy. You have to give Salah that money. Let's be fair. I think reality of it is that, I love my African brother, but I think Salah has, without a shadow of a doubt, proven that he is a 350,000 a week player. And that's where you are getting the likes of Haaland, getting that type of money. I think he's very, very much in that bracket. So anyhow, I'm not going to spend too long on those top two because I think those two will make the top four, whether they're in the top two or they are fourth or they're third, they will be in the top four. Those two are guaranteed, in my opinion. And again, I don't know if it was Professor Tuchel who said this. He said the manager of the sides then is very, very key. I think those two in Pep and in Klopp, when I think about those two as managers, just the ability and the knowledge they have of football is incredible, which means that when I think about the remaining 7 teams that I'm about to talk about very briefly, their managers also will play a significant part in my thinking in whether or not they can make the next jump into the Champions League or may even drop out of the Champions League. So when I think about it, the remaining 7 teams, I'll run through their names. They're Chelsea, they're Spurs, they're Manchester United, they're Arsenal, they're Aston Villa, they're Newcastle United, and lastly, West Ham. Those are the 7 teams that they'll be thinking, what am I going to do this season and how can I get there? How can I make the next move for our clubs? So what have they all done? And what, if I think about it, I'm going to discount some teams very early on, even though they've done good business. I think Aston Villa, they will come close, but they'll not be close enough. They've signed Kamara, who I think Boubacar Kamara is a really good young prospect that I think is a solid player. I am surprised that Diego Carlos went there because I actually think that for a club like Chelsea that were looking for Jules Koundé all this time, maybe they completely missed the trick because to me, Diego Carlos is a better defender. So I would have gone for Diego Carlos. Well, he's gone to Villa, and good luck to Aston Villa. Robin Olsen has also gone to Villa, but to me, I don't think that that's enough for them to move to the next level. Coutinho has signed full-time with them as well. They'll do well, but I'm going to discount them in the top 4 race for now. Newcastle United were Newcastle United, I think they finished 3rd. If you think about when the turn of the season started, they finished 3rd in terms of points by the end of the season. So they did an incredible job. They've added Matt Targett, they've added Nick Pope, and they've added Sven Botman. To me, it's a lot of quality, but not enough quality for them to push to the next level. I see Newcastle United next season, not this season we're about to start, the season after that, becoming significant again because the owners are very wealthy and they're going to spend a significant amount of money every year to push them eventually to becoming a title winning side. So I'm discounting them. I'm also discounting West Ham United because, again, I think they've signed Agard, but apart from Agard, I think they will always fall short, especially if they lose Bowen. I think then even more difficult for them. But they're a good side. I'll put that aside. For me, Manchester United are the other option. Manchester United, to me, they've just brought in Malacia today, and let's just give them the young, that they would eventually sign the young. To me, when I think about Manchester United, at the moment, I don't believe enough in the manager for me to believe that he has enough quality to outdo some seriously talented managers that we have in the league with perhaps a mediocre side. And I say that with all due respect to Manchester United. So which makes me feel that for me, they've not done enough in the market right now to compete in the Champions League or get close to the teams that are at the top end of the Champions League. which now leaves 3 spots open. For me, without a shadow of a doubt, and I completely agree with this school of thought, I am actually scared of Spurs next season. Absolutely on point in that thinking. Why? They just added Richarlison. So you can imagine Richarlison up front, add that to Harry Kane, add that to Song. Those 3 coming at you, and then you have the attacking fullbacks coming at you as well. And then don't forget, they've just added Perisic on the left. By time, and then on top of that, they brought in Yves Bissouma to partner. I can't remember the name of the center. The center.
Højbjerg and Bentancur.
You then have Højbjerg in the middle of all of that, and Bissouma in the middle of all of that. To me, I believe that they can come close to winning the league. And therefore, for my own opinion, I seriously think that they're a top 4 candidate without a shadow of a doubt, which leaves only 2 teams for me to battle out who would be in the top 4. And that is between Chelsea and Arsenal. Now, at the moment in time, Chelsea have lost Rudiger, they've lost Christensen, and Lukaku has gone out on loan. Which means to me that as things stand, I am very, very worried about what they want to do next season. I'm significantly worried about this because if they decide they're going to play with a back 4, then that inhibits their fullbacks significantly. Those guys like to chill well and really like to play with a back 3 so that they can get forward. Now, if you play them flat 4, I don't know that they have the same level of effectiveness as far as I'm concerned. So while I respect that Chelsea are a solid team, if they can bring in Rafinha, if they can get that deal over the line, I'm hearing much that Barcelona have come in at the 11th hour to try and steal that deal. If they can bring in Rafinha and they can bring in Raheem Sterling, then I think that they will make the top 4. However, if they don't bring in that level of quality and they need a quality centre-back, then for me, the standout team then to break into that top 4 will be Arsenal. Vieira, Jesus. I know Marquinhos is a young boy, which is fine. Matt Turner is a backup goalkeeper, But that being said, when I think about what Arsenal are doing, I seriously think that they're a good side, and I think that they have potentials if Chelsea don't get their act together to topple Tottenham, to topple Chelsea next season. So it's tough. It's really, for me, between Chelsea and Arsenal. I don't rate the Arsenal manager as much as I rate the Chelsea manager, but I think that Chelsea need to really, really decide where they're going in the transfer market to really convince me that they will be a top 4 side next season. So that's my thought at the moment, and I'll let the rest of the group have their own comments as well.
All right, Okwe, straight up, we're looking for you for now. Okwe, can you hear us all from Lagos?
Clearly, yes, I can.
All right, now, yeah, I can hear you now. What's your take about this? What's your opinion about this topic? Top four, right, English top 4.
Yeah,
go for it, bro.
So basically, who can break into the top 4, right? I heard what Conley said. I heard what he said as well. I heard a bit of what Cop for Life spoke about. So I mean, I'm going to take 2 things from what both Ehiz and Conley said. But first of all, I think I'll stand on some sort of protocol of what the top 4 is currently, judging from last season and what is going on today in the transfer market, right? Number 1, Manchester City. Number 2, Liverpool. Number 3, I'll say right now, Spurs. At the end of last season, it was Chelsea in that 3rd position. But judging by the transfer window, I'm going to put Tottenham as 3rd place already. So as far as I'm concerned, Tottenham currently are going to finish in the top 4. So then we're left with that 4th position.
Which is,
Manchester.
Sorry, why?
So for the 4th position, for now I only see 3 teams battling for that 4th position. The first team has to be Leicester City. The second team has to be Arsenal, right? And then the 3rd team has to be West Ham, if you ask me, right? And then I say this because of what has gone on currently in the transfer window. Players that have come in, players that have gone out, and the prospects of these 3 teams that I'm talking about. So I said Leicester, Arsenal, and then West Ham United. even if you think about it, towards the end of last season, you could also say that West Ham allowed the top of position to go the same way Arsenal did. West Ham were in good contention as well, but obviously they were competing in the Europa League, and because of the lack of quality in depth, they were not able to hold their own as well in the Premier League. Although they did very well in the Europa League, going all the way to the semi-final. And then currently this season, first of all, they've already bolstered up in goalkeeping position. They've signed Alphonse Oriola on a permanent deal from Paris Saint Germain, so that's a brilliant deal for them. So far so good. It doesn't seem like Declan Rice is going anywhere. So that's a huge steal for them. They've managed to keep their best player, if you ask me. And then currently, they are trying to sign Arnold Danjuma from Villarreal. I mean, it's almost right now. It's just about personal terms between Danjuma and West Ham, because Danjuma had a fantastic season for Villarreal last season. He's one of the reasons why they did so well under Unai Emery for me. But obviously, they'll be looking at other players to try and bring into the team to try and bolster up the squad. And then Leicester City. You know, Leicester are known to be the new fumblers over the last 2 years. On paper, they've got such a fantastic squad, but it seems like they lack consistency and discipline. So at the end of the day, what is going to clinch them that fourth place has to be a lot of discipline and consistency. They've got a great attacking line. Fine, they've got an aging Jamie Vardy, but it doesn't seem like when Vardy is in tip-top form, doesn't seem like Vardy stops at any point in time. Doesn't seem like he's taking his foot off the pedal, off the throttle. So when they have a fit Jamie Vardy, he's accompanied with the likes of Kelechi Iheanacho, Patson Daka, who I like very much. He's a different striker compared to both Vardy and Iheanacho. He's very brute with the ball, very, very strong. And then they've got the fantastic midfield in, first of all, Nigeria's very own Wilfred Ndidi, who arguably is probably the best defensive midfielder in the Premier League, probably after Rodri of Manchester City. And then he has got other players that complement him well, Yuri Tillemans and James Madison. And then last season we saw the emergence of Keenan Drewsbury Hall, who is a fantastic player for Leicester. You know, he can play different positions in the midfield. He can also play as a left wing back for them whenever Leicester play with the three at the back. Important to note that Wesley Fofana has made his comeback. So even in defense, they are looking so much more better and stronger for them. And obviously, they've got a veteran goalkeeper in Kasper Schmeichel who would always be consistent, irrespective of the fortunes of the team. So if he's left to Leicester, you know, they just need to be more consistent because they've got good players in the squad. I know they'll be making more additions. Ademola Lookman was a fantastic addition for them last season. I don't know if they will try and sign him on a permanent deal. Harvey Barnes too, whenever he played, was good for them. So, like for Leicester City, if they're going to finish in the top four, it's down to consistency and discipline for me. And then we come to the Arsenal. You know, Arsenal currently are in a very, very good position to finish in fourth. Without sentiment aside, with the kind of signings expected to come in, I think Arsenal should be able to cement a top four finish. It will be down to them at the end of the day. The permanent signing of Gabriel Jesus is going to be made official very soon. We're expecting that. We know Arsenal are in the race to sign Rafinha. That is someone who can easily provide good competition for the likes of Eddie Nketiah and as well Bukayo Saka, obviously, because you would want to think that probably there's the idea maybe Jesus might play down the wing and then you have Nketiah playing through the middle. Who knows? But either way, Rafinha will be a good addition to an Arsenal squad who really suffered last season whenever their first 11 was not playing. So Rafinha coming into the team definitely will provide competition for Bukayo Saka, and then you might see them being rotated a lot of times if Rafinha does come into the team. Lisandro Martinez is another prospect that Arsenal are looking forward to as well. That's if Manchester United have not hijacked the deal and they don't hijack the deal. Who else for Arsenal? Yuri Tillemans. A couple of weeks ago, you know, Arsenal have been in constant contact with Leicester City. So I don't think it's going to be an issue of money. I think it's just left to Arsenal to actually make an official bid and bring the player in. Apart from Yuri Tillemans, also in midfield. Okay, yeah, those are actually the major signings expected to come in for Arsenal. But then as well at left back position, you know, when Kieran Tierney was not fit for Arsenal, they had issues there. There've been rumors about a Scottish international from Bologna, Aaron Hickey, who is also an international teammate to obviously Kieran Tierney as well. So they've not signed him yet. It's not official. Recently, there've been talks about Alexander Grimaldo from Benfica and also Nicolas Tagliafico
from Ajax. So Arsenal are linked to a couple of good players, but just like I always say on this show, for me as an Arsenal fan, it's always difficult during the transfer window. I don't enjoy it because I hate the rumors, I hate the links. Look, just get the deal done and let's just see these players. So I mean, so far so at least I'm calm about Gabriel Jesus. But then, if these players do come into the team, it will be fantastic for us. Now, do not forget they have a returning William Saliba, who is going to provide good competition for Ben White and Gabriel Magalhaes, who had a very, very good season together when they were paired. I really don't want to see Rob Holding playing for us now next season. If you ask me, I don't think he doesn't have the quality, as far as I'm concerned, to deputize in the type of philosophy that Arteta wants, really. So those are the three teams I expect to have a run-in for the top four. If I'm going to make any prediction, it's going to be difficult. I actually can't make a prediction on who is going to clinch that third place position, but I'm sure about first to third. I'm very sure that we would see Spurs, Liverpool, and Manchester City in that top three position. If you ask me why I see Spurs in that position, look, Tottenham have been doing good business since January, not just this transfer window. The signings of Kulusevski and Rodrigo Bentancur were statements, and those two players made a huge difference in Tottenham's finishing at the end of the season. Now, as the transfer window has opened, they've obviously Ivan Perisic is a Tottenham Hotspur player. Bissouma is a Tottenham Hotspur player. And then obviously right now, Richarlison is already a Spurs player. So just think about that. Just imagine a potential front three of Harry Kane, Son, and Richarlison. It's going to be explosive, And then again, I don't know if it was Cup for Life that was talking about Antonio Conte. Look, Antonio Conte is a manager who loves to win. He's a born winner. I will just highlight what he did at Juventus. Before Antonio Conte took over at Juventus and had that fantastic 8-year stint with them, Juventus were going through a very, very trying period. They even had that scandal of match fixing. They went into the fourth division of Italian football. They came all the way back up. They managed to put in a makeshift team who would always complement the likes of Del Piero, Marchisio, Chiellini, and Buffon, but they were never really able to hit the high marks. Conte came in, first of all, he allowed the players to express themselves for, let's say, 2 or 3 months in the Serie A, playing a 4-4-2. Immediately, he switched to a 3 at the back. That was the game changer for Juventus, and then he was successful with them for about 6 to 8 seasons. The same thing he did at Chelsea. He gave the players the leeway to express themselves in a 4-3-3. After that impactful loss against Arsenal at the Emirates, immediately he switched back to a 3 at the back. That was the beginning of the success rates for Antonio Conte at Chelsea. Same thing he did at Inter. He didn't even give the players any chance. Straight away with a 3 at the back. The first season under him, it was difficult. They were runners up. It was difficult for them because they probably didn't have enough quality players to help them see it over the line. But then the following season, he won the league. So he is a winner. He's very, very passionate, very, very aggressive on the touchline. And you know that he'll pass that same winning mentality to the Spurs players. He's a major reason why Harry Kane has probably not been agitating to leave anymore, because here comes a manager who knows how to win and knows how to make the team tick properly. So, yeah, I see Spurs finishing in third position comfortably. So, yeah, those are my predictions on who can break into the top 4.
All right, fantastic.
Yeah, I just want to quickly add something.
All right, Prof, you just have 2 minutes to add something.
I think everybody spoke. I just want to say, let's be clear about it. The only reason why Chelsea isn't bang on top 4 team is, let's be clear, it's because of the change in power and the fact that they've lost players. Because, like I said, when you look at the pedigree, even Liverpool, if we're going to talk about Liverpool, who is there now, who is the guarantee? They've been out of the top 4 more times than Chelsea have been in recent years.
Of course.
So the only reason why Chelsea isn't being talked about. I mean, I'm seeing Chelsea being ranked with the likes of Leicester City and Aston Villa. Is ridiculous. let's be honest. It's ridiculous. Chelsea is bang on, and I know that we'll sign. And it's just, I mean, at the end of the day, if we have this conversation at the end of July, I can't be saying this. Chelsea is bang on, top, guaranteed to be in the top 4. And Spurs. So for me, it's pretty much done. It's Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Spurs. To be honest, yeah, that's what I'm going to add. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do this right now.
Come back on. Can we say something really quickly?
Okay, Cup for Life. You have 2 minutes before
All right,
we wrap up
I
the
will
show?
use
Please
just
go
1
for it.
minute to just say that we need to be able to have an analysis of all the teams that will call themselves contenders.
Yes.
You know, one team should not think that they are too big to be talked about in comparison to other teams, because the reality of it, in my own opinion, is that over the last 5 years, to me, the top 2 teams in England have been Manchester City and Liverpool. And I think that's why everybody puts them in that bracket. Undoubtedly, right. So I think everybody is concerned about Chelsea. Everybody is concerned about, of all the top 4 teams, particularly Chelsea, for a reason. It's not emotional. It's just, frankly speaking, we think Chelsea, everybody thinks Chelsea have lost too many good defenders, and they've not done enough to show me where the goals is going to come from next season.
They will, don't worry.
I'm sure they will. Until they do, we are not being unreasonable to suggest that guys in the top 4 are most likely to top out.
All right, no problem.
All right, let's do this, guys, before we wrap up the show. I know he's happy. It's all. I mean, Arsenal will come out live. That top 4, we shall see. I'm going to start with Ace. Please mention your top 4 teams. Please, your top 4 teams. You are going to predict your top 4 team that's going to make it in the next season. Please go. Number 1.
No, first off, Okpe, traitor. You're a traitor. Digging up Tottenham, bro. You need to be gunned, man. You need to be gunned. Really.
I told you.
Hey, you know that your local club the rivals should be shouted. You know that.
Well,
not Spurs.
In recent context, it's Tottenham Arsenal. Yeah.
Who are ready for their part.
Who
are stealing North London from them.
Well, me and Okpe, we used to have a go at each other because I don't know what kind of Arsenal fan he is. He's always on defense. When we lose, he will come out and say, I told you.
Okpe for me is the most objective Arsenal fan. Very objective.
Well, you are not the most objective Chelsea fan I've ever spoken to, because you're always supporting Chelsea, but when they come at Chelsea, you're ready to defend. But when anybody defends his or her club, you say the person is not objective. Come on. So not to waste our time.
All right,
top 4.
Yeah, well, top 4. Number 1.
Top 4. Jeez. You said you're going to leak this.
Yes, I'm going to. Yes, I'm
and
going
you
to
clip
do
it.
Yes.
So I just have to be very careful.
All right.
Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, then
think with your head, not with your heart.
Yeah, serious. I'm thinking with my heart. I'm thinking with my head, really. I'm thinking with my head because
not with your heart.
Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Manchester United.
I told you.
Oh boy!
You know why?
Oh boy!
You know why? Because
what a prediction!
Let me just give. Let me give this.
Oh loud! Go.
I know it will sound awful, but I don't know. When it comes to football, I've watched football for the past 20 years, if I'm not mistaken. In there's this other platform where we talk about football. It's movies, music, and football. So on the football part, I air on it. And I told them that this kind of thing was put to us in December, stating before the end of the season which manager will be sacked. And I mentioned Sean Dyche for Burnley. And everybody was like, Burnley sacked Sean Dyche. He has been there for the past 6 years. He has kept them afloat. And right now, he's not even battling relegation as at that December. Why mentioning Sean Dyche? I don't know. I just had that premonition. And the same thing is happening to me right now. That possibly, or probably, whichever one is correct in this context, Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Manchester United. So, done. Clip it.
All right. I've done that before. All right. Thank you, Ehis. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming to the show. I appreciate you. Big up to Ehis. It's been a fantastic brother. Anytime, any day, Thank you, brother. So, we started this all the same every time. So thanks so much. Kule, I'm coming to you right now. Manchester United.
Huh.
Kule, over to you.
Hey, the Don, Alpha boss. How you do, boss?
I did.
Hey, how's it in Maryland? Hey, okay now. I'll go.
Keep this. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll clip it to my first pick. Of course, the usual, and it actually pains me when I actually have to say it because it doesn't make me feel happy. But I think we can't deny the fact that Manchester City, when push comes to shove, Manchester City know how to deal with the Premier League better than any other team, including Liverpool, that you would expect to not. Well, maybe things will be different this time around because I think Cup for Life did mention something that now that both teams have recognized number 9s, that maybe it changes the dynamic. So possibly, but regardless of that one, I think Manchester City is still number 1, followed by Liverpool. How it pans out is yet to be seen, but I will pick Manchester City 1, Liverpool 2. Then for number 3, I think he's just actually he put some nice context into it because I think probably truly maybe Chelsea might actually struggle, but then I still think that Thomas Tuchel, he still has the core of his squad regardless of the defensive options he has lost. And the transfer window is still not closed. This is just January 1st, so there's still a lot of time. The transfer window isn't going to close until August 31st. So there's still an awful amount of time. So I believe with Tuchel there, I still believe Chelsea will be able to make it into that same third spot. And
So
like I mentioned,
Now,
Chelsea needs It's Chelsea.
all right, start
Yes,
all
sir.
over again. That means you're saying
Manchester City,
No,
Liverpool.
Liverpool is not winning next season, Abi.
I didn't. No,
Thank
no,
God.
I
Thank
didn't mean
God.
that.
Only help
That's good.
yourself.
Yeah, they
Just
won't.
top 4. They didn't tell you the order.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I'm putting it in the order. I'm just trying to
So
explain.
don't put in order.
So-
Just say your 4.
Oh, okay. It's not. Oh, I thought it's in order. 1, 2,
No,
3,
no,
4.
no.
Order. Just your 4.
No.
Oh,
No, Kunle, wait. This is what I want.
Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad.
Put it in order. Put it in order.
Oh,
Just make
that
sure,
one is
just
in-
make
that
sure
one is-
Liverpool doesn't win.
No,
Just
we
make-
cannot put it in order yet. We'll put it
Ah,
in the 1st of August when the transfer
Oh,
window.
I thought it
Put
was
it
order.
in
My bad.
Don't
I
worry.
actually thought.
Put it in
I thought
order.
we were all
It's allowed.
saying it in
But
order.
just make sure Liverpool is not number 1. Put it in
No,
order.
they are not. No. Liverpool is not number 1. Liverpool is not number 1. No, they are
All right,
not.
let's go.
Obviously,
All right,
not.
Kunle.
Yeah. So okay, then now that I've mentioned Liverpool, Manchester City, Liverpool, Chelsea, like I had already mentioned them, I think the 4th team is going to be Tottenham Hotspur. Sorry, Don. I know you are disappointed, but I think some really strong points have been made about Tottenham, and that's exactly why I feel I didn't even mention that Richarlison has been signed already. So Antonio Conte is ready to go for the jugular this season, and that jugular for him is top 4. Who knows how far they can go in the Champions League, but man, for the kind of serial winner that man is, he must make that top 4 definitely.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Professor Tuchel, what's your take on this? Prof. He's scared.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
All right. Let's go with it. Now, let's do this.
Yeah.
Number
I
1.
like the no, hold on. I like the fact that he went with the premonition. I think it's very easy for me to go with premonition now because of the situation that Chelsea is. We haven't signed, so I'm easily going to do this based on premonition and the trust that Chelsea will make good business And I also have a premonition that a big Liverpool player, because I feel like that. I mean, it's harsh to say. It's very harsh to say. But I think that Liverpool are due for a serious injury. They went last season without one. I see a huge Liverpool star getting injured that may affect their season.
Thank
So
you.
my first
All right.
my first team to win the title is Man City.
Oh,
Second, I think Man City will retain it. Second is Spurs. Third is Chelsea, and fourth is Liverpool. That's my take, and it's premonition. Come back and ask me this when the season starts. I might change my mind, but this is based off of premonition. Thank
All right,
you.
I've already clipped this. Thank you so much.
I'm a prof, your own choco. Tottenham second.
Yes,
prof, your own choco. You choke.
Yes,
you choke.
yes, 4 seconds. Chelsea.
All right,
third.
next person I'm going to call upon
Wow.
now is Okwe. Okwe, please tell us your top 4 straight up, bro. Tell us your top 4
all
team
right.
you think is going to make it.
Okay, so to a his that said I need to be gunned down. to be honest, I think the realist in me cannot just he cannot die. I need to be realistic. And then I've been heartbroken so much by Arsenal that I can never put high hopes in them. There's nothing like hoping. Now I'm going to be realistic till the end, till I support this club. So
I want
can
to
jump ship. You can jump ship. Tottenham is not far away.
All right,
so
do this.
my
Number
top
1
prediction. My top 4 prediction. First things first. Manchester City will retain the title. I see that.
Thank you.
happening 100.
Thank you. Number 2. I lost Okwe. I think I lost him. This is
I took his
Wow.
network away.
We lost Okwe.
We lost Okwe. Oh Lord. Oh my goodness. But you know one thing about his prediction so far is he didn't mention Liverpool. At least Man City. Thank you so much, Okwe. Now to the man himself before we wrap up the show. Come for live. Prediction. Oh yeah, we are waiting. Are you going to say Liverpool?
You predict too. You predict too. Yes, so you predict. Yeah.
To all the people that are hoping for our injury, to all the emotional supporters, there are various categories though. They are the ones wishing for injury. They are the ones who are
I didn't wish.
emotional and
It's a premonition.
Sorry, I didn't even know I was cut off for a while.
Oh, Okwe, you're back. Okay.
Okay, carry on.
Please carry on.
So Liverpool for second place.
Okay.
Third place, Tottenham, and fourth place,
Just
drum roll.
Okwe, Chelsea.
Place, Arsenal Football Club. I've been looking at his face.
I'm telling you.
So I was like, no, don't let me.
No, Okwe, you know where we will meet now. You know where we will meet. You know where we
Oh
will
my
meet.
goodness.
Okwe.
You guys, if you don't see me on the next show, you know what happened.
He's responsible.
He's responsible. All
No,
right.
he knows.
Come for live.
He knows
Where
where
do
we
we
meet
go
because
from here? Come for live. Where do we go from here? Number
All
1,
right, so I think
Manchester United.
everybody has made a point,
Yes.
but I'm not going to put them in order. I'm just going to tell you my own top 4.
Oh, okay.
My own top 4 are as follows. For me, without a shadow of a doubt, Manchester City are in the top 4.
Carry.
For me, without a shadow of a doubt, without emotion, Liverpool are in the top 4. For me, without a shadow of a doubt, without emotion, Spurs are in the top 4. And for me, I am being pushed today to make a decision. As a result of that, because I know what will happen within the next 30 days, I have an inkling of what will happen. The 4th position, and not that they will come 4th, the 4th option for me is Chelsea.
Drum roll. Chelsea.
Chelsea!
Oh
no!
Thank
Oh,
you,
no.
Chelsea. You spoke well.
Don't vex. To the Arsenal fans, don't vex.
Oh my goodness.
See, we are not angry, but there's something I observe. There's a way people big up Tottenham. And this is a team that don't even know how to win a trophy. Number one, they've not won anything in the past how many years?
How many years?
And I try to see what other people see in Tottenham, because really, Conte is this kind of person. If the first 6 months the first 4 months, which is from August to December, if it doesn't flow well with what he wants, he could leave. He could leave Tottenham. You could see from the type of signings that he's bringing in, especially Perisic, Agent Perisic, at that age. You know, longevity is not what is in his plan. So we've seen Conte thereabout. History. I studied this guy. I did a research on him and what he did in Italy when he was involved in the scandal and all that. But I don't want to bring that in here. He's this kind of person that if things are not working out for him, he bails. So with everybody adding to their squad, it's not going to be that easy for Tottenham beating everybody. I see someone putting Tottenham second, or Tottenham fighting or contesting for the title. We've seen Tottenham. That's why I'm a stats person. Goals contribution is from Harry Kane and Son.
Come on.
It's from Harry Kane and Son. Come on, as a last season compared to two seasons,
improved their squad significantly.
I am not. See, with a shadow of doubt, I believe they have improved. But which players have they improved with? You called Bissouma. Bissouma, what did he do with Brighton?
Hold on. This is the problem. How can you
You guys should tackle. Let me make my point and allow you guys to talk. Oh yeah, fine. I understand. You can come for me. This is a player that has flirted with Arsenal. But there was something Arteta didn't see in that guy. To be sincere,
Arteta doesn't understand.
Who is Arteta to Conte now? Arteta is nowhere next to Conte.
Yeah, see, that's the point. Don't get me wrong.
TV.
Yeah, I don't want this to be like an argument between myself and you guys, but I'm just putting the stats out there. You can check out.
But you have not put
Bissouma's. No, you can check out. That's what I'm saying. You can check out Bissouma's stats on Upstats. You can on Opta Joe. You can check it out. Contribution, whatever you can check it out. Even who else did they sign? Ben Foster.
Richarlison.
Yes, Richarlison is the only and the Don. Pin this or clip this. The only time you see Richarlison next season is when Tottenham is playing Arsenal. The only time you see Richarlison step up to the plate is when Tottenham is playing Arsenal.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you for clipping it. So this is a Richarlison that has been with Everton how many seasons? You can check his stats. His stats are there. I'm not going to argue. So like I said, the way that you could say I'm biased. When it comes to Tottenham Arsenal, definitely I will be biased. When it comes to Tottenham Arsenal.
Rather than opinion, then bring facts.
That's the point. So the way you guys, let me just round up my thoughts. The way you guys brandish Tottenham, babysit them, wrap them in a bubble, and make them look as if they are the best. Come on, they are not, and they will not make it up.
Oh my goodness!
History has it. This is a team that bottle things up. They bottle it.
The last bottler that I know.
Fun fact. Anthony Joshua. 3 belts, lost the 3 belts at Tottenham Stadium. That shows how they bottle things.
What?
I love that.
Anthony Joshua. He lost his 3 belts.
I
don't understand.
That's why I said fun fact.
Tottenham is bad omen. Tottenham is bad omen.
You are even worse than Man United fans.
Honestly. See, when it comes to Tottenham, I am not going to play the second fiddle. Chelsea, yes, they can come with the Champions League, blah blah blah. They won 2 champions.
Yeah,
yes,
you know how it is, bro.
I'll give them the respect. Tottenham.
You know Tottenham are your uncles now.
Oh my god.
You know
how are they?
Are your uncles?
How are they our uncles?
They
so
are
this is
now,
it. When Wenger was always celebrating top 4, you guys came out. That is the only trophy Arsenal knows how to win. Now top 4 seems to be what everybody is battling to get. You see,
No.
as that in the so you see what I'm saying. So clip it, the done. The only time you see Richarlison is when Arsenal is playing Tottenham. I rest my case.
Yeah, we'll come
All
back to
right.
that.
We'll
I
come
have
back
to
to
say,
that.
you give us 100% entertainment value. You are the man.
Yes, man.
Exactly. It does.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a fantastic moment. I mean, big up to you guys. You guys are fantastic, no doubt about it. Is Kunle, you may mention about Manchester. You didn't mention Manchester United
No,
in
sir.
the top 4. Oh, okay. We'll
No,
say.
sir. Nobody.
We'll see after. We'll see after the
Don.
show.
Nobody
no,
that was
sir.
You will
thinking clearly.
see.
Your own projection.
Huh?
Your own prediction.
Don, nobody that was thinking clearly mentioned.
Yeah, Don, we need you to. Don, you need to predict too.
Oh, you may
Don,
actually.
make your prediction. Yes.
Oh my heart, it's gonna be massive.
Ma-
Let's do it this
No,
way.
you know something, Didon.
Yeah.
Didon, let me just say something. Don't worry. After this season, you see the coming season, that's 2023, 2024. Don't worry.
Oh,
Manchester United will be in title contention. Don't worry. Liverpool, Man City, they will hear it. Don't worry.
Let me make one prediction.
2030 season.
No,
You guys should not write Manchester United out. You guys should not write Manchester United
You
out.
Arsenal are out.
You guys should not write Manchester United out.
No,
They have
of course.
a goal. They have a player who can guarantee 20 goals in a season, which is
Who is
Ronaldo.
that?
Ronaldo, yes.
39 next season.
That's one. No, Ronaldo is not 39. Come on, club for life. Club for
Oh,
life.
well,
Yes.
Ronaldo is
okay,
not
so it's
39.
37 at the
Ronaldo
moment.
is not 39. So you see what I'm saying?
At the
You see what I'm saying?
No,
If you
calm
guys
down.
are bigging up,
It's-
if you guys are bigging up Perisic,
No,
Perisic, that no, this is it. Me, I love to talk. Let's.
You cannot
No,
be
that's what I'm saying.
talking about Ronaldo next season, who is going to be 38 years old next season, and banking on a
Despite the age, he
38-year-old
can guarantee
player.
double figures.
for
He
them.
can guarantee double figures.
Now,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If
If they
Ronaldo
play to his
guarantees
strength,
double figures,
if they play to his strength, if they play to his strength,
They don't.
if
doesn't
they
mean
play
United
to
will
his
win.
Ronaldo will
strength.
not score 20
he
goals
scored
next
double figures last season. Where did they end?
No,
They
club
scored-
for life.
where
Club
did
for
they
life.
season. Ronaldo
Club for life. Club for life.
next
Club
season.
for life. Like I said, don't underestimate Manchester United.
I said it. I'm
Don't
telling you.
underestimate Manchester United. For me, as a
No.
football fan, I will not underestimate Manchester United.
Nothing that
I
you
will not.
there's nothing you said that there's no facts to back up. Don't underestimate Manchester United.
So I just said it. They have a player in Ronaldo that can guarantee double
that's not
figures.
a fact.
And you're saying
And what
at
did they last
38.
season?
That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. It's fact because if you look at last season, how
What
many goals
Ronaldo
did he
did last
score
season?
in the
How
EPL?
many? Tell me.
How
Tell me
many
how many
goals
goals
did
he scored?
Ronaldo score last season?
At least if my stats serve me
not
right,
Yes.
your stats.
I might not be able
No,
to
come,
mention.
please,
Well, let me
come
even check. Hold on. Let
Let
me
him check. Let him check.
Let me check. Ronaldo's goals last season.
My point
So-
is that no matter how many goals he scores, it's not a guarantee. He scored double figures last season. Where did they finish? He can Ronaldo can
That's
score
what I'm
30
saying.
goals.
They
It doesn't matter.
they have a new manager. They have a new
that's not
manager
the-
that
it's
is
not about him
proven.
scoring. It's about
That
how
is
the team can improve.
proven.
No, he
A
scored
new
8
manager.
goals last season.
He scored how many? Sorry, how many?
18 Premier League goals last season.
That's
As
what
a-
I'm saying.
No, hear
Club
me
for
out,
life.
please, because
Try
you
to
won't-
understand my narrative. Try to understand my narrative. No.
When you are-
I've not finished. I didn't
He's going
finish.
to go one more season, and he's going to now improve on that as a 38-year-old. Is your point?
That's not feasible. It's not feasible at all.
Come on, man.
Okay. Sorry. Yes, sorry. I understand your point is well noted. Which takes me back to the Tottenham team that you guys are bubble wrapping in baby oil and baby powder. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Perisic has been highlighted as one of the best signing for Tuchel. Perisic is 33, if I'm not mistaken, going to 34, or let's just say he's 33.
Mhm.
But you guys are saying Perisic will have a wonderful season this coming
Yes, he will.
season.
Yes,
you're
he will.
saying
I'd like to
Hold on,
shed a
hold
bit of light on Ivan Perisic.
Yes, and
why
you're
he's
saying
been-
Ronaldo would
At
not
38.
have a wonderful
38
season.
38 is 5 years older
Yeah.
than 33, bro.
So you see,
38 is 5 years
That's what I'm
older
saying.
than
If
about
at
33.
37, that's what I'm saying. If at 37 he could score 18 Premier League goals, even strikers that are double younger in terms of
5
age
penalties.
could not even
5 penalties.
bros club for life, regardless.
No, regardless. You
cannot take
if
out
you
the
put Matt
penalties.
Letizia in front of a penalty.
Oh, do you want us to go to Kane? Do you want us to go to the goals Kane has scored all his life?
Come for life.
Even in the English team. Even in the English team, do you know the goals?
Or you are actually
No, sorry. You just mentioned
pocket.
You see the reason why I always like people to be factual and be objective. You just said most of the goals. That's what I'm saying. You just said most of the goals. Hold on now. You just said most of the goals he scored last season.
Ronaldo will score.
You just said you just said most of the
guarantee.
goals he scored were 5 were penalties.
I didn't say that. What I'm telling you is this: a 37-year-old is not expected to improve next season. Anybody who thinks that a 37-year-old will have a better season in front of goal next season in comparison to a 33-year-old left full back or a left wing back, you want to say that?
Well, I'm just saying, don't count them off. Don't count Manchester United out. Don't count them out. Don't count them out.
But he's not going to improve. He's going to either remain stagnant or regress. That's the fact.
Also, Paris
he might as well go for life. Ronaldo might as well go and score more goals. Go for life.
Harry Kane is touted the best striker in England. Check the number of goals he has scored in England. There are penalties. Penalties.
Sorry,
I understand. I understand you club for life. I understand. But don't ride out. Don't ride on Manchester United.
Expect from him this season, right?
Actually, guys, I think I do agree with his. I think I do agree with his in a way.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, great. So
yeah, I can hear you.
The truth is that Perisic is in that caliber of players who actually start hitting their peak past 30. If you look at what he has done, coming from first of all his loan spell at Bayern Munich, from then on going back to Inter under Conte, the truth is that he has been on the rise in terms of his goal contributions. So I'm talking about dribbles, I'm talking about key passes, I'm talking about assists, I'm talking about goals as well. It was just this past season at Inter that he reached the milestone of 50 goals, all the way from the wing-back position. Not to mention also that he's ambidextrous, so he doesn't have a weak foot. And obviously,
you say 50?
To Spurs, he's definitely not coming
in the
to
Serie A.
Spurs
He scored
to play.
8 goals last season.
Yes,
he scored 8
but
goals in the Serie A.
Not coming to Spurs.
I thought he said 50.
To play 40 plus goals. To play 40 plus, to score 40 plus goals at the end of the season, okay? Because you, number one, you have a Ryan Sessegnon there. Although Sessegnon has not gotten to the peak where we expect him to be, he's there. You still got Sergio Reguilon, who is also there. So you show that Perisic is coming to the right competition for all these players, even players that play at right wing back. I don't really know if Matt Doherty is still going to be at Spurs next season, because currently Spurs are in the market for Jet Spence. If you paid attention to the Championship last season or even the FA Cup, you know that Jet Spence was absolutely ripping it up in the Championship last season. He's a Middlesbrough player. He was on loan at Nottingham Forest, and then he was doing fantastically well for them, especially in the FA Cup. So Spurs bringing in Jet Spence, I really don't see a future for Matt Doherty at Spurs. So Perisic is not, like I said, Perisic is not coming to play 40 plus games in the season. He's going to come in to give his absolute best. So he would just be a contributing factor to their success story. It's as simple as that.
Looking at his stats, his numbers are very poor, man. Looking at his stats here, his numbers are very, very poor. Very poor.
Well, Perisic is not.
Tell us what these stats are.
Perisic is not a goal scorer.
What is
He's not a goal
Bayern
scorer.
Munich, that's what I'm saying. Bayern Munich, in all the appearances, he scored 4 goals.
He's not
in
a
the
striker.
Bundesliga.
He's not a
No,
striker.
hold on now. Last season in Inter Milan, he scored 8 goals in 35 games.
As a winger. As a
Which
That's what I'm
is
saying.
fantastic.
So
Which is fantastic. Fine.
what is the stat that is wrong here so far?
So wait, hold on. I'm just saying that the stats, what I'm seeing here, based on the games he has played compared to the goals he has scored, it's a very poor
As a
start.
wing back, as a wing back.
You cannot make
How many goals? How many goals does
Kieran
Kieran Tierney have? Or your right back? How many goals do they have? So what's his name?
Oh, guys, let's go. Come on. I want to
You
say my own
see
prediction.
the issue with Tuchel. You see the issue of Tuchel. You see the issue of Tuchel is calling. We even need his name. I can't be calling you Professor Tuchel because can you just give us your real name?
How many goals does Tomiyasu? Tomiyasu, how many goals does he have?
How many goals does Alonso? How many goals does he have? Alonso, how many goals?
So, by the way, guys,
How many goals does Alonso have? How many goals does Aspilicueta have?
probably is the most productive fullback in the league. Now, question
Oh
is,
jeez. Oh,
yeah,
here we go.
Trent is the most. No. Forget about.
Here we go. Productive.
If
Yeah.
Trent is the most productive fullback in the league, question you should ask is this: how many goals has Trent scored, and why are we not using that to judge him? You cannot be talking about Ivan Perisic and be talking about his goals, and that is the statistic that you're going based off of. It does not make any sense, my brother.
That's what I'm saying. Perisic that we know, he is not. Perisic is a midfielder playing on the wings. But because, see, if I talk, it'll look as if maybe I'm trying to be biased. But hold on. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't comparing him with Ronaldo. In that context, the reason why I compared him with Ronaldo was his age. Because you guys...
One is 30, one is 37, almost 38.
Exactly. Hold on now. Over their 30s, right? They are over their 30s. Yes. Perisic is 33. Ronaldo is 37, going to 38. But as at 37 years of age, Ronaldo scored 18 Premier League goals. You cannot take that away. And you're now saying when he's 38, he will not perform at all. That is why I'm not agreeing with
He didn't say he
you.
will perform at all. He never said.
No. You said it. No, hold on. Tuchel. He said he will regress. He said he will decline. He said he will regress.
He said he would do
Or
that or
stand still. And the point I was saying, the reason why I'm picking Manchester United, which I started with, I said you cannot write Manchester United out because they have a player in Ronaldo that will guarantee double figures in goals. And you came at me and say, no way. He's 38. He's going to 38.
You shouldn't have argued with the number of goals. I've said it. Ronaldo can as well go and score 30 goals. It doesn't guarantee Man United having a good season. So it's not about the goals. He scored double figure goals last season. Where did they finish?
Yeah.
So that, for me, Ronaldo will always score goals. I can guarantee.
But at the same time,
like the goals Romelu Lukaku struggled to score last season, right?
Exactly. Ronaldo will score double figure goals. I guarantee.
Okay.
But at the same time,
that is not how to propose an
no,
argument.
guys. Wait, Prof. Tuchel, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you guys are saying, but it doesn't still mean. Okay, but boss, you need to understand that as much as, yes, maybe because Ronaldo scored 18 goals, things did not work out. Things can actually work out again for Manchester United if they get their act right. And Ronaldo will most likely be the central figure in it all. So things didn't work out for Manchester United. It's just like in Juventus. When he got to Juventus at first, he scored a lot of goals and, they won the Serie A. But I think in his final season, maybe they finished fourth or so. If I was right, they didn't win this Syria, but I think he got more goals I think he was even the top goal scorer. I think he had just 2 more goals than Immobile. He scored 30 something goals, and that's why I say that Ronaldo is a crazy. He is this insane player. You don't know what to expect from him. He might have scored 18 goals last season, but maybe this season now he's going to up it up close to 30. He's that kind of player that is capable. He is not on the level of any player.
Doesn't guarantee anything.
It doesn't guarantee, but at the same time, it can.
Who was Man City's highest goal scorer? Who was Man City's highest goal scorer last season? Simple. So it's not about scoring goals. It's about the team, the balance of the team altogether. The team has to perform.
I understand.
So what if Eric Ten Hag
at the same
gets
time,
the balance? What if Eric Ten Hag gets the balance of that team?
That's a very big what if.
There are 4 managers in the Premier League that
okay.
It's not laced.
Greatest job you ever had in his career.
Okay.
Hag is not same league as Pep.
Club for life. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? This was the last time I was on this. The last time I was on this show. 2 individuals. One is here, which is in Professor Tuchel, and one other guy, I can't remember, did say that we could excuse a particular manager because the the club at that time were going through financial issues, or maybe the owners were changed. Now we're saying Eric Ten Hag could possibly create that spark Manchester United need, and you're saying he can never.
And I am telling you,
that is a big if.
No.
Come
Don't misquote me. Don't misquote
no,
me.
not you.
Yes.
Not you.
Don't
Not you. I'm reacting. I'm reacting to what Professor
you
Tuchel said.
No, what I'm saying to you is Eric Ten Hag is a decent manager. In normal circumstances, he's nowhere near good enough to be the manager of a club of the stature of Manchester United. Nowhere near good enough.
Please, somebody.
I'm gonna. Sorry, sir. Okay, Didon.
Oh, yeah,
Didon.
somebody's dropping.
You want to say something?
I'm laughing at that comment. I'm laughing at that comment.
Some people they hear they talk like
That is.
See, I understand you. I understand you. But I understand. What I'm saying is, Didon, just I understand. I understand you. I understand. Club for life. I keep
was available for Manchester United.
Okay.
Conte and Ancelotti were available for Manchester United. Manchester United did not go for them. The reality of it is this, right? For me, you go and take a coach from the Eredivisie, and you bring him to the Premier League, where he's immediate competition at the likes of Antonio Conte, the likes of Pep Guardiola, at the likes of Jurgen Klopp, at the likes of Tuchel. To me, he's got nothing to show me in his past that suggests that he can come to the Premier League and put together a team that can compete with any of those guys. He's nowhere near.
Did Claudio Ranieri had anything to show you in 2015-2016?
How can you use a one-off example?
That
a
is the
5,000 to 1 odds
of the Premier League.
Oh my
today,
God.
the establishment is too deep. The establishment of what you have today, of what people like Klopp have put together, of what people like Pep have put together. Believe you me when I say this, the days of a fluke team coming to win the league are gone.
So I'm going to cite another example.
Gone.
Arsene Wenger, when he joined the Premiership. Hold on. Arsene Wenger. No, you cannot tell me not to cite example, because when you're talking, you can't take history. You can't take history out of football.
You
cannot.
You cannot. Well, let me tell you one thing Jurgen Klopp said then. Jurgen Klopp said, I cannot compete with Pep Guardiola when it comes to football. And we only got to that point after about 5 seasons of being able to prepare ourselves to get to that point where we can go to the Etihad and play Manchester City with football. Okay, you have the ball, we'll have the ball. See, where those guys have taken football, you cannot be talking about what Arsene Wenger came to find in an indisciplined Premier League where those players were eating fish and chips after every game. And it was for him to do that. Today, the discipline across all teams is already first class.
Understandably.
You cannot tell me that you're going to bring
exactly
and McTominay as a manager and you are going to think you're going to compete with Klopp, with Guardiola, with Conte after 1 season. You must be having a laugh. They're not in the same league. No, they cannot.
So I'm going to wait. So I'm going to cite an example. Recently in the Premiership, Brighton Hove Albion going to Tottenham Stadium. I've forgotten the name of the manager of Brighton Hove Albion. What's his name again, please? Can someone remind me of his name? His name failed me just now. Brighton Hove Albion, the manager of Brighton Hove Albion. You saw how he schooled Tottenham at home, and at that time, Tottenham.
That's Graham Potter.
Thank you very much, Graham Potter. So this is a manager. Let me just finish my point. I just want to piggyback on the point you were trying to make, that based on history, based on this manager, serial winners, this was a manager, Graham Potter, schooled Tottenham, and he defeated Tottenham 2-0 at home. This was Conte managing Tottenham. No, that's what I'm saying. So in football, no. Let me make my point.
A one-off game. Guardiola has been beaten before now. Our club has been beaten too. How can you use the one game?
That's what I'm saying. I could. No. You could say it's a one-off game. You could say it's a one-off game.
You know that we could say the fact of the matter remains. Liverpool lost last season 1-0 to Leicester City. Are you going to say Leicester City then schooled Liverpool because of that one?
Okay. Another point I would cite, you could say it's one-off. 2 seasons ago, didn't Manchester United finish above Liverpool?
2 seasons ago, yes, they did.
Yep.
When Liverpool lost
So
all the defenders in the world and still
who
managed.
cares? That's why you're meant to register 25 teams. Excuse me. That's why you're meant to register 25 teams. That's why you're meant to have
Cup for life. Cup for life.
No.
Elise is just going to keep
I'm
shifting the
making mood
goalpost. He will keep shifting the goalpost. Don't worry.
One
That's
more
what he does. That is what
You are-
Elise does.
Bring up Tottenham Hotspur.
easy.
My friend. It's my
Tottenham
friend.
Hotspur are a jinx.
Tuchel.
He will shift the goalpost.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Hey,
Don't
Tuchel,
worry.
tell
whatever
them.
your name
Good at
is.
it.
I will keep saying this. You need to give us your real name because that pseudo code, that pseudo name, Professor Tuchel. I'm
He
not going to
like
buy it.
shifting the goalpost. I've told you. Don't
I'm
argue
not
with me.
shifting the
Like that.
goalpost. I'm
All right.
giving you,
All right, guys.
giving you
Thank
instances.
you so
The
much.
point I'm just sorry, Don. Let me just make up my point. The point I'm just trying to make is see, football is not just football. See,
It's all the while
Yeah.
we've been listening, but you
Yeah.
have no facts
Yeah.
to back anything up, my brother.
I
now.
mean, those are facts. I just told you, Ole
No,
finished
because
above
you have
Jurgen
not
Klopp. That
told
you're
one
picking
fact.
up.
What
Ole
facts
finished
have
above Jurgen Klopp. Come on. Ole finished above Jurgen
Okay,
Klopp
and then
in
the
a
next- where was
38
he?
games league.
Where was he the next season?
You cannot tell me why
Where
didn't
was he
Klopp
the next-
stand up at that season? Now you're coming with the lame
Where was
excuse
he the-
that you had injuries.
We
You
are
had
talking
injuries,
about-
blah, blah, blah,
We are
blah,
talking
blah.
about, that's a fact.
Come on, man.
That was a fact. We lost
Come on.
4 out of 5 defenders, and you are telling me that
Okay.
that's not a fact. That's a fact.
Okay,
Like
but you were not.
A point
Okay, but you were not ready. You like they will say I'm shifting goalposts. Back to you slandering Arsenal. You didn't give Arsenal that excuse.
Going back to history.
Oh, you didn't give Arsenal that excuse last season when they had injuries, right? You said they bottled the top 4, but you didn't give them that excuse that come on, man.
Actually, you will realize on this show that quite a few of us have said they bottle top 4. Anyway, Prof.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's nice
I
doing this with
appreciate
you
you
guys, man.
All right, it's wonderful. Thank you guys so much. It is what it is.
All right. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Hey, thank you.
Elise
Thank you.
is very good for comic relief. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Stop coming.
Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Where we are now? So we are going to wrap up the show. Big up to Is for life. Come for life. Big up. Kunle, thank you so much for coming to the show. It's been a fantastic
Thank you, boss.
time. All right, we're going to see behind the scene for not mentioning Manchester United. That's
I
it.
beg you, no,
don't worry,
boss.
don't worry.
No,
don't worry.
no. I beg you.
All right, thank you so
Thanks
much.
a lot, boss.
All right. For all our viewers, wherever you are, please subscribe to the channel. This is where we are doing it. It's massive here. It's beautiful. Please subscribe to the channel on the same time next week, where we're going to have our What's Your Opinion show. It's live there. They call me the Don of Sport Entertainment. This is how we do it. On this note, I'm going to say bye for now. Enjoy your weekend once again. Bye for now.